We're not going there. Oh. Oh.
We've got to get this old drum and bearing off, and they get on there pretty tight. This drum isn't really pressed on as much as it is just sitting on a spline. We're gonna have to take it off, clean it up, clean this little seal mating surface on it, and get those old nasty bearings out of the back of there. Now I was having a hard time getting that off, so I just grabbed my air chisel. Bang, away she goes. I put a nut on the shaft here just so it wouldn't mar up the threads. We're gonna go and clean this up right now. I'm gonna see, hopefully we can reuse this. I mean, it's pretty beat up, but these are about new. We sell them for about 180 bucks, 200 bucks, something in that range. And from Honda, I think they're about 280. Well, they're pretty pricey. Now we gotta get this bearing out of here. Well, that was easy. Okay, we're gonna put on this brake drum backing plate now. One thing we're gonna do is we're gonna replace these little old seals here. Oh, there are two of them there. Oh, there's a little felt, I see. There's a little felt there. Clean that out of there. The key with this brake drum is to make sure that no water can get in there. All right, just pushing that in by hand. Boom. Boom. Then there's a little piece of felt there. Don't forget that. There should be another seal on the inside. Boop. There you go. You gotta make sure you put that seal in the right way. Another little boom there. Nice. Now that looks good. When you're putting this on, I mean, sometimes people don't even take it off, but make sure that that little air vent is free and clear. Like there are a little wasp or something made a nest in it. Kind of wrecked it. Kind of wrecked it. We got to put this new seal in the back. An O-ring. Where's that old bearing? I threw it out.
So how to go right in the middle?
Got to go all the way in. I just used my old bearing and I punched that bearing in. That's kind of a self-leveling bearing. As you tighten up the rear end or this rear axle, it'll pull it into where it needs to go. I went through here and I reinstalled all these big O-rings. They come with the kit, and then I greased everything up. I've gone through, packed grease into there, packed grease around that seal, grease around this outer seal. You don't want grease inside the drum itself because that's where your brake pads are, and when you get grease on the brake pad, it's not a good thing, or brake shoe, I should say. Now I'm gonna knock out this this old seal and put a new one in. With a punch mine. Can I do it like this? Can I do it like this? Punch in the new one. See if that'll press in. Oh yeah. That's it. Boom, went right in. Nice. And then of course we always put a little bit of grease around that. Now we'll install this backing plate and the diff. That has to be done at the same time. Kinda. All right. Looks like that arm needs to go on first, eh? Let's put this on. I've put never sees on everything here because we know what it's like to take these apart after they've been sitting for a long, long time. On, and I packed that with grease as well. We're really hammering the grease to this girl. And the kit comes with an O-ring that goes on here, a little O-ring seal. Don't forget that little girl. Just gonna pop one of these in just to hold it. I mean, if I were working on a bike that wasn't going to be going in the water like this one, I'd probably do it a lot cleaner, and it wouldn't be covered in grease like this. We'll sort of hose it off with some brake cleaner just to make sure it's nice and tidy. But for this right now, we want it nice and sealed up. You don't really need to bring your bike into a shop to have this done. You can do this yourself. Shoes are available from us here at Power Mods. We're a Gamma dealer, of course. I'm gonna just put those in there. Now, one thing you have to be careful of, I've done a lot of work inside this diff, greasing things up and lubing them because we like to play in the mud. You don't want to get any grease on your drum as well. That's where they go. That little cam there, I've just lubed up with some Never Sees. I put a little bit on there as well. And I've set my little brake cam up. You can see on here, there's a couple little punch marks. There's a punch on the cam and there's a punch on the arm. I think I aligned those. Did I align those? We're going to tighten that cam up. Once we put everything together, now our drum is pretty worn, and yours will be too. We can get new drums. I think they're about 180 bucks. But this bike, we're going to have a lot of rough running with this. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money on this rear end. Bam. Oh, tight. And this one, make sure you lube up your shafts, boys. Watch out, bud. That should be good and tight. As soon as that's fastened. All right, now we're gonna just slip our drum on. Oh yeah. Now when we put the nuts on here, it's gonna sort of pull everything in. The shaft will center on that one bearing that's in there that we talked about. On either side of these axles, just goes this little tiny O-ring here. Just goes right in there. I'll put another one on this side. Right. And there are these two little washers. They're actually cone washers. They're kind of beveled. They look kind of beveled on one side. They go in. So the cone is sort of out, if that makes any sense with you.
You should put some Never Sees on that.
Yeah, let's do that. These were a real bugger to get off last time, so we're going to put some Never Sees on these things. Up, just because I know we're going to need to redo these eventually. That's the way it goes. Oh, geez, I can't put that on yet. I got to put the... we put some Never Sees on there. We greased up this seal. Now bad boy goes on. I need to match these up to where this goes right there. I don't know if you can see that. But you put it so it's kind of flared to the outside. If that makes any sense. These are just really nasty to get off, so I'm covering them in Never-Seas. And I just turned this nut for a long time. I had a Honda 185 when I was a kid, three-wheeler. And the brake shoes were blowing on it. And my friend and I were, let's just change out those shoes. And then we got into things and it was, how do we get those nuts off? That's not gonna be fun. So I didn't do it. But no big deal. Where were you in '94, Kai?
In a better place than this.
Oh, come on. In a better place than this. Spoken like a true son holding the camera for dad. There. It's one of those, right? Make sure you lube those splines up. Everything will last a lot longer with a bit of lube on it. So I drilled and inserted that grease fitting on the transmission, on the front diff, and now the rear diff. Because we're gonna jam pack this diff full of grease. I did put some old gear lube in. Well, it's an old bottle, but it is new gear lube. And we're going to pump the rest of it up. But the thing is that you got to make sure that this upper bearing gets the grease to it. And it will. After we pump all the grease through, it'll go up. We're not doing a lot of high-speed road riding with this bike. It's going to be in the swamp. And I just want to have it packed. That way we know that the water isn't going to really penetrate it too much. Now, I'm not going to try to take credit for this because I've seen guys doing this on the internets. And it makes sense. Just started to see it go up. See it? I don't know if you can see that or not. So once that sort of oil and that grease mix, it's going to get kind of thick. And then I can hammer it again now and then just to make sure there's no water in there. This could even go in. I don't know. It's there. Anyway.